All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like Nintendo lawyers are striking again. These people must get paid an insane amount of money, to be honest with you, because Nintendo's lawyers have been working overtime over the last 2 years. Nintendo has gone out after everybody. At this point, Nintendo has sued damn near everyone, and Palworld is obviously the most famous lawsuit that we know of. But Nintendo's lawyers are at it again because now they are asking a U.S. court and demanding them to reveal the information from a Discord Pokemon Terra leak leaker. This is them trying to use their ninja lawyers to essentially make Discord give up private information about a person because obviously that person is known to have leaked certain information about Nintendo. And to be honest with you, I feel like these companies, while I get it, I understand why they would want to go after leakers. I feel like, shouldn't you be a little bit more concerned over who's leaking information in your own company first? I mean, who really knows at this point? So let's get into this article, guys, from Insider Gaming. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So yes, Nintendo, the gigantic company, the number 10 most richest company in Japan, is going after one sole person on Discord. That is the level of which their ninja lawyers are willing to go. Nintendo lawyers have asked a California court to force Discord to reveal the personal details of the leaker behind last year's Terra leak. The leak, which happened in October of 2024, revealed a slew of details on past, present, and future Pokemon games. It was leaked by the Discord user Game Freak Out, who in addition to the leaks revealed that they also had access to the source code for several Pokemon games. According to documentation obtained by Polygon, Nintendo is now seeking the name, address, phone number, and email address of the leaker via a request for a subpoena. Now, here's the thing, man. You could get the name, you could get the address, you could get the phone number, you could get the email address. It could all be fake, right? It could literally all be fake. Just because that information is on Discord and was used by this person, I would suffice to say that it's probably fake. If the person was smart, they would put fake information in Discord, which would allow them to not get doxxed, essentially. Now, if Nintendo wants to go after like IP addresses and stuff, perhaps, but even going after the IP address is not going to give you the exact address of where the person lives. So at this point, if the leaker used fake information on Discord, then they have basically a way out at this point. If they use real information, chances are Discord is going to bend the knee to Nintendo's ninjas, and they're going to end up giving up the information. I'll be very curious to see what Discord ends up doing here. I don't know if they've ever been subpoenaed to give up personal information before. I would have to look that up. The purpose of the subpoena is to obtain the identity of the Discord user Game Freak Out, who posted infringing content, wrote James D. Berkeley, an attorney for Nintendo. Alongside the declaration, Nintendo included a partially redacted screenshot of the Discord server in which the user Game Freak Out posted a file and told users to enjoy. What's currently unclear, though, is how much involvement Game Freak Out had when it came to obtaining the leaks. Just days before the leak, Game Freak acknowledged that someone gained unauthorized access to its servers and has since increased its security measures. So, again, I would understand why these companies will want to go after this person. I get it. But at the end of the day, perhaps you should be more focused on how you could prevent it from happening in the future, and also how this even came to be in the first place, right? Like, who did somebody give access? Did somebody, like, what exactly went down within your own company should be the focus, more so than, hey, let's go after the person who leaked it, right? I think at this point, it's very clear that Game Freak Out has some inside knowledge over from Nintendo. I don't know how this is possible, obviously, but it's very clear they have something. This isn't the first time that Nintendo and the Pokemon Company have gone after Pokemon leakers either. Yeah, listen, Nintendo is known for having ninja lawyers. This is why they're called ninja lawyers, because they send their lawyers everywhere. Nintendo is that company that practices lawfare. I'm not kidding. They are that company that will sue anyone and anything simply because they feel like they can. They are that level of ridiculous. They will throw their money around. I am sure that they have a budget over at Nintendo that's in the amount of hundreds of millions of dollars that is just dedicated to lawyers and lawsuits. That is how petty this fucking company is. But anyway, in 2021, the Pokemon Company settled on a fine of $300,000 that was given to 2 leakers who obtained and leaked Pokemon Sword and Shield images. And again, guys, $300,000. Do you really think that Pokemon and Nintendo give a shit about the $300,000? Of course not. This was more so about sending a message to these particular leakers to not do this stuff, right? It clearly didn't work, by the way, Nintendo. I don't know if you're aware, but yeah, you might have gotten these leakers that leaked these 2 images of Pokemon Sword and Shield, but at the end of the day, my guy, you still got fucked anyway by this guy, Game Freak Out, anyway. So it clearly, like, this whole LAWFARE sending messages and trying to control people through LAWFARE with Nintendo, it doesn't quite work out the way that they wanted to. People are still going to do what they're going to do. It's only a matter of time. And you should be more focused, like I say all the time, you should be more focused on perhaps controlling and figuring out what is going on at your own company. How were they able to get this information? How are they able to hack your systems? What is the like, I don't understand why that is not the focus. And sure, they might say, hey, yeah, we're trying to increase our security measures, whatever. I don't believe that. I think they're more focused on LAWFARE than anything else. Nintendo has been proven to be doing this in the past, and they will continue to do it now. Look at what they're doing with Palworld. Palworld is the prime example of Nintendo performing LAWFARE. They do this all the time, and they're trying to, and you know what's insane, by the way? Nintendo, this is how crazy they are. Nintendo started suing Palworld. And they were mad because Palworld essentially ate their lunch, right? That they left hanging for everybody to eat. And then when someone ate it, they got mad that someone ate it, even though they literally left it out with a sign saying, anybody can have it. Here, take it. So then right after suing Palworld, what Nintendo started to do was they started to file patents. They started to file patents for things that should have been in place in the first place that probably would have prevented a game like Palworld existing in its current iteration. They tried to do it after the fact. That's how fucking petty they are, where they are trying to sue them and then file the patents after the fact and try to tie their lawsuit that happened before the patents to the new patents that they filed after the lawsuit. It's so insane what Nintendo is trying to do. Nintendo is literally trying to patent the idea of throwing a ball at an object. That is what they're trying to do. It's so insane. So anyway, Nintendo practices this insane level of LAWFARE. They do this all the time, and they're going to keep doing it. I don't know if Discord is going to give up the information. I gotta imagine if Discord actually gave a shit, they would fight this as much as humanly possible. But at the end of the day, if they do end up getting a subpoena from the U.S. court to give up the information, they obviously have to, right? It's a law that, you know, they have to follow it, unfortunately. And so this is really up to the U.S. court. This is not up to Discord. The court is going to decide whether or not they're going to grant the subpoena for the person's information. I would hope that the Terra leaker gave fake information to Discord. That way, if they did, at the very least, they'll be protected on that aspect. But I'm sure this person knew that Nintendo's ninjas was going to come for them at some point in time. You're not going to start leaking Nintendo information and start using your real name. Like, I don't think that's going to be a thing. If you are leaking Nintendo information, you must know that Nintendo's ninjas are going to come for you. It's only a matter of time. So I would hope that you were smart enough to not only use a VPN, but to also give fake information to Discord. That way they have nothing to track you on. But obviously time is going to tell if anything actually ends up getting revealed from this subpoena. It's up to the U.S. court now, and it's not up to Discord anymore. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it if you could like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.